Hello everybody, this is Lee Small and this is the Southern Wind Podcast. Well, thanks for tuning in. This is just a few things that I wanted to say really about the new album that I never seen coming, I can tell you now. Well, the last thing on my mind was to do another solo album. We just finished all the dates with Lionheart, all the festival dates in the summer. So coming on the back of that, you know, it should have been just rest, but this last year was so busy anyway. So to make a rod for my own back, I decided to write this record, and it came about through just the one song. The one morning I woke up and I'd got a song in my head that turned out to be Soulsville, and that was the first one, and that laid the template for the rest of the album really. I wanted to do something that represented me, where I am now in my life. I was 50 last year, and you know, I've always had the love for the late 60s, 70s thing, and it keeps coming back and revisiting me. And I suppose that sort of, you know, I'm heavily into the Doobie Brothers and things like that now. And so I just wanted to do something that is where I am now in my life more than anything, you know. So, you know, the early connections, it's kind of come full circle, you know. I'm back in all that thing, and it's where I feel more at home doing this, you know, burying my soul really. So Soulsville went down. That was the first one. The next thing I know, there was 11 tracks there, you know, and I'd done the full album. So as fast as that, over about 2-month period, I couldn't believe it. So probably the fastest work I'd ever done, really. But I wanted to create the vintage sound, so I got Mika Gronlund in Finland to mix and produce it for me, because he's got a great ear for, you know, the effects and stuff like this. He's you know, he basically, you know, he'd done some tape machine effects on there and some vinyl effects and all sorts, and he did a great job on this. And so I was really pleased. Stuff I couldn't have done myself really. So he did me proud on that. It was fantastic. The first song on the album was a song called Let the Good Times Roll. A nod of respect to The Who. I've always been a massive Who fan. I love the energy about the band. So I tried to play around with a sequence loop I was playing with, and that kind of, in the kind of Baba O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled Again, and I just wanted to use the big guitars and the energy of The Who. The next song up was a song called Bethel, and that is all about Woodstock basically. I mean that when I first saw that film, I stayed up late when I was a kid and saw the Woodstock Festival. That just blew my mind. That didn't, and I think that influenced me more than anything really. And so Bethel is all about Woodstock.
I should know where I've been, whichever road may take me, where skies are blue and pastures green.
Southern Wind, the third song on the record. Noticeably in this one, the big block harmonies, that's something I wanted to do on this whole album. There's quite a few songs on this album that's got the big block BVs, something I hadn't done for a while, and I love layering voices. I love messing around with things like that, so that was really important to me on this, to get that over on this record. Also visiting the Woodstock thing again with you know, watching Santana with the congas and stuff. There's a bit of percussion on this one, and everything just fell into place really. It was it's just one of those songs, it just happened and it was just great. The next song up is a song called Autumn Song. What can I say about this song? It's all literally about me missing the summer through working. I've been gigging with Lionheart. We've done a few festivals. We went to Japan and stuff, and I've been doing some session stuff and like that. And I basically, the one day we was in London, and I noticed literally the first few brown beautiful leaves had fallen, and then that really opened my eyes. And I thought, my God, I've missed the summer, you know. And so the song is all about everything I kind of should have done and wasn't here to do, you know, and things I've missed out on, quality things as well. So I kind of give it, the vocals got a slight Ian Anderson twist to it. It's got a beautiful mellotron in there. When I was playing around with the keyboards, I wanted to do something like the vintage Beatles, so I was playing around with that, and that came out beautiful, and with adding the strings, and it really shaped the song up lovely, and it was like the icing on the cake, really. Angels of the Highway. That title I've had going around my head, and I've used it a couple of times, and in various lines, and just something that the spirit of road trips in America and watching movies, being influenced as a kid again by the likes of Easy Rider and the motorcycle groups of the late 60s and the 70s. Just having a free spirit, flying like an eagle, taking a road trip, and that kind of comes over in this song, I think, really. And again, Doobie Brothers in there a little bit, maybe. The chorus, heavily influenced by Stevie Wonder, Talking Book, Innovisions. The vocal harmonies you can hear in this one, the Stevie Wonder influencing me.
Nowhere feels like home like
Soulsville, the first song that I've written for this album. Again, big block harmonies, and I got Chris in, and Chris played some great honky-tonk piano on this as well. And it's also got what made this song for me, I think, was the bass on the choruses. It's almost got like a calypso sort of feel. And the whole thing's got a bit of a feel-good, maybe a Van Morrison feel-good chorus. So this one, again, paved the way for all of it. Song about New York City. I love New York City. East Side Cab Ride. I used to listen to Bette Davis, the early 70s funk from New York. And I grew up, obviously, in my neck of the woods with a band called Trapeze. So the groove and the funk thing is in me. And stripping this back, you can hear the funk guitar. Adding the Wurlitzer piano. And then paying homage to Stevie Wonder, Talking Book, Innovisions, again, and the Isley Brothers. A bit of Clav taking it all the way home. Mix it up. East Side Cab Ride. Tonka Toy, I guess I wanted to do something in the vein of Elvin Bishop, Fooled Around and Fall in Love, and that great 70s southern pop sound. So Tonka Toy, it's not about tin cars, it's all about the sentiment. I just like doing love songs with a difference, and the idea of using the iconic toy, Tonka Toy, and the phrases die-cast, tough and plastic, and things like that made it more interesting. And a bit of tongue-in-cheek, and shows I don't take myself serious. Next up is a song called Life Hurts. I think we all know that, don't we? It sucks at times, doesn't it? And I think basically we can all relate to this song. The song itself has a bit more of a late 70s feel to it. There's a little lovely guitar line what I put through, what I was pleased with, what kind of give it a bit of a Blondie feel. Lovely pop sound to it. Paul Bradder from Saracen, he helped me on this one. He played some organs, some keyboards. And he came up with a lovely hook, a lovely synth Moog hook. And he kind of shaped the song. Beautiful. So this one came out really nice. Then we have Ode to Philip. My first love was Thin Lizzy, and what can I say? This is for the king of rock and roll. I didn't want to do the obvious. I didn't want to play twin guitar harmonies. I tried to give it a bit of a different feel. There's a few different sounds in there. There's harp in there. But the bass was important. I want to give it that early Thin Lizzy Lynyrd feel, keeping it all nice and tight, and I think we got that one with this one. So So this one's for you, Phil. The last song on the album is a song called The Last Thing on My Mind. This was written for me by my friend Jeff Nichols. He believed in me, he tried to help me in any way he could. He was such a lovely man. He used to play the keyboards for many bands, including Quartz, and he was a long-time member of Black Sabbath. He did a lot more than a lot of people realised in that band, and such a lovely man. And this takes me back to being in my car outside his house. We played this demo of this, and it was a full band version originally, and he just loved the vocal. And so it was really important, I think, to finish the album with this song for him. And Mika gave it a lovely twist. I mean, we took everything away, just give it the organ, and he distorted the vocal, and it gave it a lovely dark gospel feel, and it just came out special, this one. So this is for you. God bless you, Jeff.
Ahoy crew members, this is Mika Crown, your mixing producing engineer to Southern Wind, a great new 70s rock album from Lee Small. I will tell a little bit about the mixing stage of the record. The original tracks were already working well, like the old rock style, as they were laid down with vintage guitars and retro sounding drum kits. I have a studio in a box where I picked some stuff like tape machines, API EQs, Fairchild compression, a few Abbey Road plugins to lift the dynamics. It's always a matter of taste, how to use different effects, have certain balance, and what the final mix should be aiming for. I really like the old 70s albums because there's nice sounding dynamics and not too much compression. I try to add a good amount of compression to this one also, that it plays open and dynamic. We were aiming for vintage sound, a bit vinyl sound, and modern approach of clarity, like a mix of new and old. I'm really happy how this one came out, and I'm proud to be part of it. And every part, every song and mix and everything is made with the heart, so that is also important. I wish you enjoy this Southern Wind. Thank you.
I hope that gave you a bit of an insight into the music and the making of it all. Now let's talk about the artwork, because that is equally as important as the music. The whole thing has to be a complete package and create the atmosphere and the feel I want. And I wanted Tristan Greatrex to do the artwork. He's gone and done stuff for UFO in the past. He did the Line Arts Second Nature album. He's a fantastic artist and a lovely guy. And I told him the concept, what I wanted. I just give him an image. I says I want the old Capricorn Records headquarters, because that was, I knew that's that you just know, and I kind of knew that was what the cover should be. But obviously, it's not very interesting. He needed to add things and do things and make it instead of a picture, make it an actual piece of art. So, he added a few things. He added my trusty Les Paul with my strap and stuff stuck on a bench and all sorts of stuff. But I got to dress up in a load of vintage clothes, a bit like how I used to look actually, with the old Afghan jackets on, all classic vintage, proper vintage gear. Stuck the wig on, everything, and he transported me back to 1972. And I was there. I'm literally standing outside the Capricorn headquarters. And it's just brilliant, the vision. And we also were kind of thinking on the same lines. We wanted to, for the inside of the tray, I always wanted this to be on vinyl, this album, but unfortunately it's the first album I've ever done without any backing from any record company. So I've had to finance it, I've had to do everything myself, which is making it a whole lot harder and a big eye-opener, I can tell you. So we've all worked as a team on this. I obviously not been able to afford the vinyl and stuff like that. I've had to cut a few corners and things like this. So he's going to make the CD look like an old vinyl record, and it's brilliant. And also, we was thinking about if you lift the vinyl up on the inner tray, it could be an old turntable, and we both came out with the same idea. So that's just brilliant when you're all that tuned in, and you come out with the same ideas and stuff. So he'd already started working on that, and that was fantastic. So yeah, he done me proud on this album, as did Mika and Tommy. It's been a lovely exercise working with a lovely team, and I hope you get to enjoy this just as much as we enjoyed doing it. And it's only going to be available for the time being in a limited edition box set. Unfortunately, that's the way it is for now. But I'm really proud to have this box set out. It's called Reflections, and it celebrates 10 years as a solo artist for myself. And it's just a lovely Tris-did the packaging on that as well, and it just looks so nice. Also, if you buy that, you will be able to get a code for a free 15-track cover album of various covers I've covered, from Steely Dan to even Adamant. There's a few things on there what I wanted to do, and that's exclusively when you buy the album from www.lee-small.com. Many thanks. I really hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Until the next time, thank you very much for your support.